we're about to record for the YouTube. What's up? You guys doing okay there? You guys doing okay? PC Monk here with another video. And this disclaimer that the content of this channel is for education purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Now, moving on with that, jumping into the Bitcoin, okay? So first thing I want to talk about right now is that Bitcoin looks kind of bullish still, all right? Now, we might go down due to some insider news we have, and it's not insider news, probably out there, but someone told me, and we have a big option expiry today, so market will be volatile today. That's what we think. All right. So now, where we think it's gonna go, we really don't know. But what we know is, wherever we go, we want to ride it. It doesn't matter if it's down or up. Now, to the upside, right now, it does look supportive. Right now, right, with this move and these moves that hold it. But one thing to remind you, if I remove this, all these Picasso drawing, and you take a look at it on a 1 hour, so we have an empty liquidity here. That's why it could just wake up, comes back down, hold it right here, but then again here it dropped, right? Again, an empty liquidity. We hold it a little bit above it, all right, and then so people like, or the algo or whatever, knew that here is where the pressure happens, so it wants to fill these gaps, right? Or it wants to fill these volume imbalances. By how? By consolidation, all right? So when you have a volume imbalance, for example here, let me just draw it. Let me remove this. All right, so for example, when we have a volume imbalance right here, all right, it started from here, right? And it's all the way till here. It's actually more. It's big. Okay, it was this. This was the whole volume imbalance, right? So right around here, we consolidated a little bit, right? And then around here, we consolidated a little bit. All of this, we hold this area essentially. I mean, the volume was bigger than here, right? What happened here? Again, this wick was consolidated around here. So we end up with this volume imbalance, right? Something around here. Hold on. This is the correct one. Now, you might wonder why, because do you get the wicks as a volume imbalance filler? Of course not. Not the whole volume imbalance is filled around here. Not the whole volume imbalance is fill around with these wicks. And by this is a buy-sell liquidity and volume imbalance. I got to change this right now. All right. But nonetheless, now we're filling it completely. Now, after it's done, it wants to do what? Maybe it did a couple of sweeps to the downside, right? As it was going up. So maybe another sweep to the downside around here. After this is filled, come and retest these areas. All right, and that's if you want to go for a retest. You could essentially hold here as it's doing right now. It's holding this level, all right, and then push it higher. And these are what I got for the higher try, all right. Now keep in mind, once we go above this, okay, which is a little bit lower, all right, there you go. Once we go above this, which I would say above 44,200, all right, above 44,200. I think we're gonna have a good chance of reaching around 44,600. All right, and after that, if we slice that through, then I would say 44,800, and that will still have us in range only by grabbing the liquidity of the upper side just a little bit. Okay, but if you go, actually, hold on, my bad. This liquidity side is bigger than what I thought. Okay, so what's happening right now? This is the liquidity. All right, I'm correcting myself right now. So yeah, a possible retest around here, and the high would be 44,900. So if you go above 44,900, I would say give it or take 46,000. After 46,000, I'm gonna bring you my rising broadening wedge chart, which is right now showing 53,000. Believe it or not. That's if you go to the upside, though. That's if you go to the upside. Okay. If you go to the downside, it's completely the opposite. Now, for us to go to the downside, obviously we have to lose this level that we actually formed a good couple of extremes over there, even here. So this level is holding. If you want to, just divide it into more sub levels. Now, we could call this for now a local support that is Foreman, okay? And if that is, we're going to go higher. But if that's not, then this would be a local resistance, which again makes sense. Do you know why? Now, if you take a look at it here, from here, that was the higher high. Right now, we tried the resistance, right? These were the resistance, right? What happened here? Didn't even reach it. Didn't even reach it. It got denied a little bit lower. So that shows that the sellers are entering the market, and after that, a big sell. But right now, the buyers picked it up. So we still have to see if only we're regaining this area, 44,100. If we regain 44,100, then yeah, we could talk about that 44,900 or even higher. This area is the first area, especially these levels, to be retaken. Once we retake that, then we're Gucci to the upside. Now, to the downside, same. So this is the buy side liquidity. If we lose this buy side liquidity to the downside, all right, then it's going to be problematic. All right. Oh, but Corneo is looking like printing some red loaves, guys, over the lower time frame. And nonetheless, if we lose this, if we lose these levels, all right, especially the top is the important one, okay? If we lose the top, retest, fail, holy crap, we're going to go all the way down. Now, if it's a capitulation candle, I'm talking about 36,000, something like minus 18%, okay? Minus 18%, talking about a lot, bro. Talking about a lot, bro. 35,142. Okay. Now, to the upside, if that's a capitulation candle, I got all these levels, all right, ready to be taken. Now, I might just adjust some of them, but nonetheless, I'm more interested about this for now, 38,000. That's because around here we got the CME Gap. You guys should, and I think it's not a must, but it's very nice to follow these CME gaps. So we got one here around 44,700, right? And we got one around 39,300. Now you might be like, okay, so which one we're filling first? For now, we're holding above this level, aren't we? For now, I mean, this is CME, okay? And the same Bitcoin chart is the same, okay? You might say, no, man, this is different. We're holding above this level, aren't we? We're holding above this level, aren't we? We're holding this navy blue line, aren't we? Then I would say first we're about to come up. And this is actually another chart. Ignore this chart for now. We'll talk about that chart too. So we're holding above this line. We're holding this buy side liquidity, which was a sell side volume imbalance at the last. Okay, it changed, but nonetheless, it's filled. Now you could say it's filled, but we're holding above it, don't we? Above here, right? Where we made the lower low than this one. So what does that prove? We're holding. That's it. We're holding for now. So if we regain this, it's good. If you want to long this for a retest here, I might do that. Give me a couple more hours or minutes after I'm done with the talk. I might do it. Okay. Now, nonetheless, so I showed you guys the Bitcoin 44,700. Where's that gonna bring us? Right around here, right at the top of this, right at the mid of this sell side liquidity. And usually what happens when we take these CME gaps to go a little bit higher. So we should expect a Bitcoin CME, Chicago, Michigan exchange to go a little bit higher. Okay, right here. After this, we'll go around 45,000, 46,000. And you know how CME works itself. So CME has a level at 47,000, right? So if CME brings it to 47,000, I think the Bitcoin itself will probably bring it there too, or around that, like 45,000. Nonetheless, there's more likely to stay on the odd numbers as you pay attention here. 44,700 and the high is 44,765. So we see more odd numbers at the stop than the even numbers. That's something that we have to pay attention to these days. I think so, as more people are leaning into even numbers. Nonetheless, that's the CME. Now to the downside, we're talking about 39,300. Let's take a look at the 39,300 here. Talking about this area here, right here. If it allows me, if I may. Now this buy side liquidity could be taken too, but right here. All right, right here. I think around here, 39,200, or what is this? A white line, 39,212 to 38,970. Now, if we take a look at the liquidity here, what is this big liquidity? Only on Binance, 3 days, it's been 40,400 something, right? What about these liquidities to the downside? 41,300 is 360. 41,300 right here. 41,000 is 1.24 billion only in longs. All right. To the upside, 45,000. Talking about 45,000, 1.62 billion, guys. 1.62 billion right here. And this is 44,200. 1.6 billion or 45,000. Now let's bring out the chart one more time. All right, now talk about. Hold on, chat. Now let's talk about. Let's talk about here. What is this? So the 44,500 is in the middle, right in the middle of it, right? Holy moly! And when we hit the middle, it's gonna be what? 1.5. All right, we'll see. We'll see if that happens. Now let me talk about Dixie before I do anything else. Okay, let me talk about Dixie before I do anything else. Hello, 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 hello. So we're recording right now. Just give me a moment, boys. So Dixie right now, what it's doing, it's coming down, right? And it's consolidating here. So what happened? Why did we come down? Where did we come down? Well, we come down from 104, this area, this level. It's been playing a crucial situation here. So I think Dixie wants to come up and essentially hold it around here, play it around here, where there's a wick happening, a couple of wicks happen here, but we really don't see much of a consolidation around here, do we? So if it comes up, I think everything else gonna probably have a start to come down, and then we'll see what happened to that with that Bitcoin expiry. Keep in mind, at some point when SPX was pumping, Bitcoin hold it a little bit. Okay, so we expect a little bit more move from Bitcoin, I think, to the upside. Uh, if that correlation is still there. Okay. Now the last chart that I want to talk about, guys. I know it's been 12 minutes that I've been recording here. We talked about everything. I think this is a very informative video. Hopefully when I upload it on the YouTube. Now what I want to talk is this chart. Now as this chart, we could see that we are in a parallel channel, right? With this and this. All right, we're talking about two purple line here. All right, do you guys catch the purple lines? Do I need to change them to maybe there's all the lines, maybe pink lines, right? There you go. So you see the pink lines now. We are essentially in this parallel channel. Yeah, we debated for a little while, yes, but most of the consolidation happens right here. You see these small consolidation before a move happen. Now again, we're holding it here. What are we holding? We're improving in here. We're holding this level. These are all signs of it that wants to go higher. So we might want to go, first of all, keep in mind that the dotted blue line is what? The dotted blue line is what? Is the previous daily close, right? So this is an area of interest, all right, always to us. Now, if you take that, then we go higher, okay? And after we go higher, we could get a rejection here at this area, at these areas, okay? Now, usually we get a rejection around here, all right? Now, with that being said, then after that, we'll come and retest the daily close, okay? And then we'll continue higher. If we break this, then I think we could have a possible good shot at, and this is, by the way, uh, 44,900, okay? So if we break 44,900, I think we could have a good shot at 45,000 or something around that area. But now, as I told you guys, I got a big rising broadening where some of you guys that have been following my videos for a long time might know. Let me show it on this chart. Now, if this is true, guys, I'm waiting. I swear to God, I'm waiting for that 52 or 53. Hold on, let me bring the chart. I think it's this one. There you go. Yeah. This rising, which has been playing. I've mentioned where it was playing before. You could hopefully take a gander here that where it played out, right? Right now we're around here. So it played out here, it played out here, right? And this is a 7 weeks of consolidation before what happened here, guys, before all of this. Right now we're here. We're around 44,000 something. The high right now is 53,000. Nobody would think about that. This everyone's like either 68, 58. I'm telling you, even numbers are not working anymore. It's odd numbers. That's what I feel. The 25K, we stopped at 25K, we stopped at 31K, we stopped at 33K, 35K. You go on 39K, 41K. So all of these even numbers. I don't know. Maybe I'm just reaching, but maybe it's true. Now, last thing but not least, I want to talk about this chart, and then we just take a look at the US SPX, and that's it. I call it the analysis of the day. Okay, give me a moment here. Now, my soul is kind of back. I had a soul short. It looks like it's back to entry. My $1 soul is going up to the entry. It's fine. That's fine. I thought we're gonna go down lower. Now, in this area, like I said, we've talked about the parallel. I know the chart is kind of lagging right now. Give me a second here, guys. Bear with me here. Now, on this chart, if we dump, okay, it's gonna be around here. Again, these lines I think is going to play a crucial level, especially this pink line, which is 39,600. Essentially, it sits with that CME gap. It sits with that buy-side liquidity volume imbalance. This is completely just trend lines, okay? So we're talking about here, okay? We're talking about 39,600. Now, on the other hand, okay, if it wants to go lower, we could see all the way down to this at 34,900, and my soul is now about to hit my stop loss. Well, like I said, I think it's gonna go up. That's supposed to be just a scalp, but I went into recording with you guys, and well, it's fine. Now to the upside, since this recording is actually going a little bit higher, to the upside, I see 49,000. Like I said, when we get to that 49,000, 48,000, it's gonna be over, and we're probably gonna see 53,000. That being said, I think an upside move, then a downside move, and my bias is kind of bearish right now. All right, but hey, we could go to 73,000. Who knows? And if that came, you heard it here first, guys. 73,000. Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. But let me just pick your brain with SPX a little bit too. Now on SPX here. All right, on SPX here, we see it's been moving. And by the way, FOMC mentioned rate hike cuts. So yeah, it's obviously, I think when FOMC and market starts to pivot, I mean not market, FOMC starts to pivot, they start to decrease the rate hikes and everything. That's when the market's gonna crash. Maybe, and just give more room to the more investors to jump in. If that's about to happen, we are seeing some sign of stop here with this big red candle here. This is a 1 hour. But we still have one room to do here, and this is the absolute high, guys, on SPX. This is the absolute high, if I'm right. Hold on. This is the absolute high, and if the absolute high happens, then we'll be essentially doing something here, okay? Right around here. That's going to be the absolute high. I think it's going to hit here, maybe the high of it, or maybe a little bit higher around this level, and then come back down. And then come back down, and until that happens, we'll have a lot of gaps to the downside to fill. Last thing, but I swear this is going to be the last thing. Talked about a lot of things, but last thing is the USDT Dominance. And the USDT Dominance, all it's saying right now is it could essentially move a little bit to retest the absolute lows. But if it holds the previous daily close, it's about to come higher, and to retest these levels, these three yellow lines, if that happen, everything's going to come down with it. Thank you guys for watching. Stay safe, stay green, and until next time, bye bye.